Okay, hello guys, welcome back to another video here. I am Captain Speed Gaming. Today we're going to do start with a empires make empire series. Now today I'm going to start with Afghanistan. This going from A to C, every single country there is in the world at the currently. So what's going to happen? Well, of course, first Afghanistan is going to build up their military a little bit, then they're going to invade their country to the north. It is Tajikistan. They will start their invasion, moving troops up to here from their panhandle and pushing up here. It all goes quite well because the Tajikistan doesn't have too big of a military, and Afghanistan has been buffed as well. Well, no, actually they haven't been buffed. They've just been building up for many months. Now here Tajikistan is completely annexed, and the next country Afghanistan is going to go for is Kyrgyzstan. There we go. Here they are now at war. Now I need to look there. Now two countries are beginning to be a little afraid of Afghanistan. So, and those two countries are Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. There, I will do this. I'll also have to remember to fix some of these borders. Here we go. There, that is fixed. So Afghanistan, of course, will first move their troops up to capture Kyrgyz lands, moving also in a little into here and cutting them off. Now Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan push down here and here into Afghanistan, and while Afghanistan begins pushing to try to capitulate Kyrgyzstan. I hope I am correct, and if I'm not, I am truly sorry. Now Afghanistan is beginning to see this, so they begin pushing in from here. They begin pushing into what, Uzbekistan, if I'm not wrong. Let me see here. I need to check something really quickly. There we have it. There, I have just found it here, and yes, it is actually Uzbekistan right here. And luckily for me, I was completely correct in my assumption of what the countries were. Is this water? Yes, it is the same. Okay, well, now Afghanistan's military begin pushing back. It is a small garrison they have there, about 50,000 troops. And then they begin pushing in here when Kyrgyzstan surrenders. And the push around the Tajikistan, sorry, Turkmenistan uh, continues. They have just taken their capital of us, Ashgabat, and are now they have also captured the Uzbek capital. Now I just gotta see here. Now the push through here is going quite well. They have now completely pushed the Uzbeks and Tajiks out of their territory and are now pushing in one whole front. It's one complete front, which well, they know that it's useless to continue fighting, so they both surrender. Now Afghanistan, They will of course take all of Kyrgyzstan and take this from Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. There we have their the new Afghan borders will look. Yeah. Come down. Just hey. Don't leave. Don't leave. No. Stay. Stay. Now this is the new Afghan borders. Well, these will be as a puppet state. Just like here. Now, one puppet state, of course, and now Afghans feel quite powerful, so they go to war with Pakistan. They are, of course, a lot more, way more powerful now after months of waiting. So they push in here and here and also up here. Now their plan is not to go right for Islamabad. Their plan is to actually go down to take Karachi right around here. So they will begin pushing here, then doing a spearhead directly down here, and just capturing the city. Also moving all the way over to India. They begin closing in on the last coastal areas of Pakistan before they completely take them. Now they will now be moving down through here to cut the country in half, which they successfully do. India is not really intrigued by the war against Pakistan. Now, after the capture of Islamabad, Pakistan begins actually thinking of using nukes in the conflict. But they are not sure of doing that yet. They know the consequences. They know that they will be invaded by India afterwards if they even use one nuke. So they just stop themselves from using nukes completely and just decide that it's not worth doing. So what do they do? What do the Pakistanis do? They surrender. What do the Afghans do? They of course take all the land here and just on here. One this the city I told you about that they were going to capture before the capital. Yeah, that was one of the cities around the world with 10 million or more inhabitants. Now, the next thing Afghanistan is going to do, they're going to invade Iran. And what does the world have to say about that? Nothing, because they don't care. They probably would care, but in this world they don't, because they don't think that Afghanistan can do any harm. So let's see what Afghanistan can do. They will be pushing down to secure the entrance to the Persian Gulf. Mo Mostly secure the entrance to the Persian Gulf. I forgot this area here. That's supposed to be Afghan. They are pushing in here and pushing in here. They get their puppet in on the war. So they push down here and capture Tehran. Now, Iran is considering surrendering already, which is pretty bad for Afghanistan because they want to up their KD. So what do? They continue going here in a blitz offensive, capturing the entire coast, hoping that they will not surrender, which is pretty stupid. Then they go up here, making them unable to have any water, moving around, and then you can see that Iran is kinda screwed. What do? They surrender, of course. Who would have thought that they would ever surrender? Of course, Afghanistan. They always know. Now what will they do? They will take all of this land and then they will give their puppet this land. There, and now their puppet is a little larger. But do you know who else is a little larger? No one, because Afghanistan is way, way larger. What do you think will happen after the collapse of Afghanistan? No one knows, because it will never collapse. Now, this is the great Afghan Empire. What, uh, yeah, this is basically how large the Afghan Empire would be able to be. Well, they could get larger, but I don't think they'd want any more territory, and they have their puppeteer. They did not want to puppet uh, Pakistan because of the fear that China would get involved. Now, now I hope you like this video and see you in the next video.